I'm predicting Georgia to win by 20-plus points. Yes, give me the Dogs, 20-plus points. Gunnar Stockton's going to throw for 4 touchdowns. He's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns, and we're going to win this game by 20-plus points.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I know I'm asking a lot, you guys, but hunker it down one more time. Let me get a go Dawgs. Go Dawgs!
Dog Nation, listen up. It's that week. It's rivalry week, the week where the whole state picks a side, red and black. You know, Friday is what do they call Friday, Ryan? Black Friday? Heck no, it's red and black Friday, baby. We coming at them, man. You know, welcome back to the Hunker Down Podcast, where we don't whisper about Georgia football. We holler it from the rooftops, baby. And this Saturday, the Dogs are taking the fight to Atlanta inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium for another chapter of what? Clean, old-fashioned hate. So buckle up, that chin strap, tighten those laces, and let's get into it, man. Ryan, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great, Matt. Super excited for this week's matchup against Georgia Tech. You know, it's going to be a great game. You know, we look back at last year and just seeing how you know, we went to 8 overtimes and just, you know, that's going to be I don't know if the hype will live up to that game this year, but you know, it's going to be a great game, and I expect both sides to be real competitive in this game.
Man, it's going to be. I think Georgia Tech's going to come out swinging, especially from their loss from last week from Pitt. But this thing goes back to 1893, man. And listen here, the Dogs have the upper hand for decades. Georgia leads the series by a country mile, over 70 wins. Tech's somewhere in the 40s, and most of them were before anybody listening to this were even alive, man. So
that's right.
You know, Kirby's been treating Tech like a speed bump, and in modern times, man, I'm going to tell you, it's Georgia's house, and Tech just rents the space in the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Georgia leads the all-time series 72-41, so if that tells you anything.
Oh, yeah. You know, look, rivalry games, they get weird, and here's some things that the Dogs definitely need to watch out for. Tech's going to come out swinging. They've got everything to gain. They got nothing to lose.
That's right.
They're going. I believe they're going to throw trick plays, no huddle offense, fake punts, flea flickers, screens, and every gimmick in the book. You know, they're going to try to get Georgia off balance. But I'm going to tell you what, we ain't falling for it, man. Georgia's too disciplined. They're too focused. And backgummit, they're just too dang physical, man. You know, all the Dogs has got to do is hold on to the football, stay disciplined, punch them in the mouth early, and make them remember who runs this state. Georgia runs this state, baby. Bulldogs.
Georgia runs the state. Yes, sir, absolutely. Hey, real quick, I want to say, you know, Gunnar Stockton is going to have a big game. I expect him to have a Heisman type game. You know, we need to use his legs if possible, because we know Georgia Tech has a quarterback in Haynes King that's going to be using his legs, and he's dangerous. We seen that last year. I mean, he can run, and he can do it really well. And we got to be able to contain him and put some pressure on him. And we have to sack him. I mean, on defense, we got to get some sacks and bring him down to the ground.
Bottom line, I mean, you cannot take away Haynes King. I mean, he is what he is. When he's in his element, he does his thing. But I'm going to tell you what. Let me tell you why Georgia wins this game. And let me break it down real simple. Georgia has the better roster. They've got better coaching. They've got better mentality. And Georgia has better everything. The team is built for big lights and big stage. And Mercedes-Benz, that's basically a dog kennel with turf.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart has the rivalry tattooed on his soul. He ain't letting Tech sneak up. Not now, not ever. Bottom line. And let me tell you how it's going to go down. Go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead. I was going to ask you a question after this. Go ahead.
I believe Georgia's going to take the field, and from the first snap, you're going to feel it. That intensity, that physicality, that we're here to handle business energy. Tech, they're going to keep it close for a little bit. I believe that. They always get that early juice, but once Georgia's big boys start pushing that line, man, that fourth quarter is going to get ugly.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. And the Dogs, we're talking about the Dogs pounding the rock, Tech gasping for air, Georgia leaning on them like a wrecking ball, and that defense hunting like they haven't eaten in a week, man. I'm ready. Man,
Yeah,
I'm ready. I
me
hate
too.
Georgia Tech. Good old-fashioned hate, baby. Let's go, Dogs.
Let's go, Dogs. Hey, I was going to ask you, Matt. I want your opinion on this. How do you feel about the game being inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium? I know this is different. You know, they're technically not calling this game the clean old-fashioned hate. I think they're calling it like Invesco, QQQ, something sponsorship.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about that? You know, I think it's not going to change the fact that it's clean old-fashioned hate. I mean, that's the game. That's the rivalry. That's what it's been for decades, man. How do you feel about this game being inside Mercedes-Benz instead of Bobby Dodd? I mean, how do you feel about that?
But, I mean, you look at it. Bottom line, it's Atlanta, right? It's still in Atlanta. Where's Georgia Tech? They're in Atlanta. Right down the road, not even 100 miles away, is Athens. So this is a home game for both teams. Georgia's going to travel to Atlanta just like they would to Sanford Stadium. They're going to be there. Georgia Tech's going to be there. I think it's a good neutral site for both teams. I think it's a big environment for both teams. They're going to both enjoy being in Mercedes-Benz stadiums. But let me tell you this. Give me Georgia, baby. They're going to win by 10 or by 14. Mark my words, 10 to 14 points Georgia's going to win. Or, you know what, by however many they feel like scoring. That's how much trust I got in my Dogs, baby.
Let's just go ahead and make predictions right now. What's your final score prediction, Matt?
Man, I don't know the final score, but I know Georgia's going to win by 10 to 14 points. That's what I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like it's going to be a close game in the beginning. I feel like Georgia Tech's going to come out swinging. Georgia's going to be on the ropes a little bit. But by that third and fourth quarter, what have we seen all year? Georgia comes back, does their thing, takes the lead and takes the win, and I believe that's what's going to happen this game. I believe Tech's going to make it a game in the first two quarters. But I do believe after halftime, that we're gonna make our way on and get that W for them Dogs, baby.
Bold prediction right here. I'm crow on this, Matt, but I'm predicting Georgia to win by 20 plus points. Yes, give me the Dogs. 20 plus points. Gunnar Stockton's going to throw for 4 touchdowns. He's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns, and we're going to win this game by 20 plus points. Give it to me.
Oh, so he's trying to put himself in the Heisman race.
Absolutely. If he wants that Heisman trophy, he needs to do that. 20 plus points. Let's go watch the Texas A&M game afterwards. Let's wrap it up early. Let's put all hope aside for Georgia Tech. That they're not going to have any hope when Georgia's done with them. Wreck Tech, baby.
Wreck Tech. You know, here's what's going to happen. Here's my thought on the game, my final thought. I think Georgia's going to walk into Atlanta. I think they're going to handle business. I think they're going to make a statement and remind Tech once again, this is a red and black state. Yeah. Bottom line, this is a red and black state, and go Dogs.
Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think if we go in there and win by 20 points, does that put the whole nation and every college football team that's going to make the playoff, does that put everybody on notice? And does that make everybody fearful of what Georgia Bulldogs are going to do in the playoff?
Well, it should. I mean, you look back at the last few weeks of what Georgia has done with Texas and rolling in here to Georgia Tech. I mean, Georgia Tech was headed to the ACC championship. Of course, they lost to Pitt. They had a bad night. A lot of teams have bad nights now and then, but you cannot count out Georgia Tech. Right. They've had a great season. What have they got now? 2 losses? Is that right?
Yeah, I think 2 losses, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you look at it. They've got an awesome record. They've done what they needed to do this year. We come in, we take care of business here. You can't deny Georgia. And right now, I watched the playoff predictions earlier tonight. You know, Georgia's sitting at 4. Yep. In order for us to get in the SEC game, there's got to be an upset.
Yep.
So I really want us to go to the SEC championship. I know Kirby wants us there. It just means more, right?
Yep, that's right.
But either way, we need to come in to Mercedes-Benz Stadium this Friday, 3:30 kickoff, and we need to make a statement. Let the world know Georgia's here and we're ready.
Yeah, and I think if we go in there and win that game pretty handedly, I think we could make a statement. I mean, Georgia needs that. I mean, you think about their season this year. They've had some games where you kind of question, is this Georgia team going to be who we kind of thought they would be at the beginning of the year? But as the season has progressed, and these past couple games, the Georgia Bulldogs have been looking really good. Zach Branch has been an incredible asset to have. Noah Thomas been stepping up, filling in for Colby Young. Our O-line has been really good. Our defense, there for a while, I was like, man, scratching my head, what's going on with this defense? But they're stepping up. They're making plays. I think we come to Atlanta, and I think we go in there with a mindset and a mentality that we're coming to eat, and we're going to go win this thing, and we're going to put the whole nation on notice. Georgia is going back, and they're going to try to win their third title under Kirby Smart. And I think we're going to win. I mean, I really do. I don't see us losing. If we do lose, I'll be shocked. I'm just going to.
I will be too. And I believe by late third quarter, like I was saying earlier, I think the Dawgs are going to put together that one drive. The one, that the soul snatcher, man. The drive where the whole stadium knows the game is over, even if the scoreboard doesn't say it yet. I believe Tech will start chasing. They'll get desperate. They'll start throwing stuff they don't really need to throw, and that's when Georgia's defense pins their ears back and just closes us out, man. I just feel I feel the first half is going to be a close game, but I feel that second half Georgia's just going to run away with it.
So to close this thing out, Matt, why don't we do keys to the game? What does Georgia have to do to win this game? Go ahead.
Well, number one, they got to be disciplined, right? They've got to bring that intensity, that physicality that they always bring. Don't let the moment be too big for them. And just go in there and do what they've been doing these last few weeks, man. Just stay focused. If they do find themselves behind, do what you've been doing all season long. Lean on your quarterback, because I believe Gunner, he can handle the situation either when they're down or when they're up. I believe he's the leader of this team, and I believe he's going to lead these guys to another victory this Friday.
My keys to the game are, I want to say this team has been real resilient all year. They've been down in some games, and they've come back, fought back, and won. The key to the game for me is control Haynes King. If you can get him on the ground, if you can put pressure on him and make him have to throw the ball, which he can throw the ball. I mean, we've seen that last week. He did have a good game, I thought, throwing the ball. He just couldn't get it together. But get him on the ground, make him throw the ball, and that's the key to the game. And make him. Go ahead, man.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but let me say this. One thing about Haynes King, and one thing I've seen with him, is if he's got time to sit in that pocket, he's going to make those throws. But when he's got that pressure coming on him, it goes downhill from there. He is somebody who, when that pressure's on him, he cannot execute. So that's what Georgia's got to do. They got to bring that pressure all night long.
Absolutely. Matt, it's been a pleasure tonight to get on here and just to break down this game. Looking forward to it. I want to say, to our listeners, please hit the like and subscribe button. We would really appreciate that. And as always, let's say go Dogs. Go.
Yeah, man. Go Dogs.
Sick 'em.
Go Dogs. Great team, baby.
Go Dogs. Sick 'em. From Athens to the nation, our Bulldogs in the game. Kirby Smart's the mastermind, remember the name. Leading with precision, championships in sight. 2021 and 2022, we secured the fight. Stetson thrown darts, cold and precise. That was in the end zone, clutch every time, no ice.